I go through workout phases of listening to just Eminem.
Hello again and welcome back to another one. And today we have a couple of topics to run through. And speaking about running, Gabriella Union recently shared a story on DJ Who Kid's live show about going crazy in the gym when listening to Eminem, which we will get to in a bit. And we have more from Noriega on why Eminem won't be on Drink Champs, and also 50 Cent denouncing his recent POTUS endorsement after he got called out by Chelsea Handler. As we dive in, if this is your first time here and this is up your street, hit the subscribe button, turn on notifications, and find me on social media at ETLifestyle_web, and hit the like button if you enjoyed this. The topic from my last video has now made the rounds and prompted headlines like this. Westside makes his feelings clear about Eminem's tweet promoting the Alchemist album. And I broke down the drama in that video, so if you missed it, check it out now at the link that pops up. And moving on, here's the latest on 50 Cent shocking the internet last week by endorsing POTUS. And it looks like he's had a change of heart after getting called out by Chelsea Handler. But as with anything 50 related, there's always the possibility that this is all a big troll. And this was Chelsea Handler calling out 50.
So he doesn't want to pay 62% of taxes because he doesn't want to go from being 50 cent to 20 cent. And I had to remind him that he was a black person, so he can't vote for Donald Trump, and that he shouldn't be influencing an entire swath of people who may listen to him because he's worried about his own personal pocketbook.
He reacted on Twitter. Look at what another spin. Down with POTUS, I never liked him. For all I know, he had me set up and had my friend Angel Fernandez killed, but that's history. LOL. Now, 50 loves to troll and she's a comedian, so this whole thing is all over the place, but she responded to 50's tweet stating, "Honey, does this tweet mean we can count on a vote for you for Joe? I'm happy to discuss this with you privately. My phone number is still the same, yours isn't. I've tried calling you." And just like that, the internet is split again, and I'd love to know your thoughts below in the comment section on this fiasco. 50 Cent during this period took some time to troll Busta Rhymes with this. "They really kinda look alike, LOL, he gon' curse me out when he wake up." And from Busta, he ended the troll spree with Young Buck. Caption this. Moving on, before we get to Noriega's comments about Eminem, Gabriella Union was a guest on Who Army Live, and we pretty much get a reminder on why when it comes to workout songs, Eminem is top of the list, with songs like Till I Collapse deemed the greatest workout song on streaming platforms. Take a look.
I go through workout phases of listening to just Eminem.
No.
Like if I need to get through a very difficult workout,
like my name is like you really
like all of it. It just has it on the channel. It's just, and I'm just angry.
What?
I feel like I live like a block away from 8 Mile.
As you heard, my name is was mentioned by Who Kid, and that ticked off quite a few people in the replies. The user states, "Who Kid, you've been around way too long to mention my name is." Another user builds on this. LMAO, the go-to for anyone to discredit Eminem is to assume my name is represents everything. But to be fair to him, that's probably what popped up in his head at that moment, as he was probably shocked at her answer. Next up today is about Noriega talking about Eminem making an appearance on Drink Champs, and this got his attention on Twitter. When is Eminem doing Drink Champs? Hip hop needs that. And he responds with, "Never. Paul Rosenberg doesn't like us, we too hip hop for his taste." I'll chalk this as a joke response, but if I recall, Drink Champs is on Revolt, and we know Eminem's funny history with Revolt's boss. So that's most likely the reason, and I recall Noriega's go-to point when Eminem is brought up in interviews is always stuff like this. Quote unquote, "Am I the only one who thinks Jay-Z came out on top in Renegade?" Noriega always seems to forget that he's made this point several times, and if Eminem ever makes it to Drink Champs, we can expect another quote unquote, "Am I the only one" moment. That's for sure. A user reacts to the post, "Good. We don't want to see him anyways," which gets this. Who is we? Just say you and have a blessed day. And some users take things further to explain why Eminem may never be on the show. Eminem is a recovering addict and probably wouldn't want to be around all those bottles. Interview would end up like the Lamar Odom one, but I agree with you about Rosenberg, he has no clue what he's doing. But just as I thought at first when I saw Norie's tweet, a user states, I think it has less to do with Drink Champs being too hip-hop and more to do with the show being under revolt. If you've been following this channel, you know that Revolt once tried to carry out a smear campaign to taint Eminem not too long ago. You can check that out at the link that pops up, so this has nothing to do with being too hip-hop for Paul, I'd say. And the user went into detail on how NORE needs to get Jay-Z on the show first before worrying about M. How do you bow to Hov that much and still haven't landed an interview? Get Hov first, then try M. You've been messy and shady whenever M's brought up, starting nonsense between DMX and M, then played the victim. M doesn't need an interview, he's the biggest rapper in history. And this reminds me, Noriega was indeed the one to make the claim that Eminem agreed to do a versus with DMX, which so far turned out to be false. Well, that will be all for today. Comment below and see you on the next one.